Welcome to the big house, Michigan Stadium. What a scene this is, a veritable cavalcade of colors, stripe after stripe that they hope leaves the visitors dizzy. It's the Washington Huskies and the Michigan Wolverines. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Let's go down to our sideline reporter, Holly Rowe.
Checking in with Coach Chet Fish before the game. This is a crucial moment in their season. They've got to decide what type of team they are. They're finding ways to lose close games, and they've got to get their first win in conference play. Coach says it's crucial that they get off to a good start here today. He wants focus, communication, and more dominance and physicality at the line of scrimmage. I'll keep you posted on how they look down here from the field level to start the first quarter. Guys?
We'll keep an eye on that, Holly. Washington will kick off as this one gets started. The returner's going to try to see what he can get. He'll be brought down at the 22-yard line. Good coverage on that one. His return is stopped short of the 25. The Wolverines offense onto the field first, and we'll see their opening script. And we're looking forward to getting a look at this guy, Savion Hyder. Big day in his last game. Over 150 yards on the ground and a score. Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. Great job to separate the ball from the receiver there.
The big tight end tries to make a catch, and you can tell he extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
Maybe picked up a couple. He's down at the 24.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those five guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those five offensive linemen.
Looking for a man. It's Underwood. Unloads to the wideout. Lets it slip right through his hands, and it'll be fourth down after the rare drop from this dude. And the Wolverines will try to pin them back with the punt. Having to kick it away after a 3-and-out's not what they had in mind. And the return man couldn't get to it to make the catch, and the ball will bounce out of bounds. So the Washington Huskies offense takes the field for the first time in this game. And here is the tough, sure-handed Desmond Roebuck. He is a guy who is reliable and can be dangerous if he gets a chance.
And what a treat, man. We get to see an elite wide receiver, a master at his craft, perform today. And obviously, nobody in the seats are surprised, right? Because this university continually pumps out guys at the spot. But, Jesse, I love the way this dude performs. I'm excited.
Heck off! What a play by this defense! He would have loved to make the big return there, but he still gives his team the ball at the 37.
And that can be frustrating for a defense sometimes, man. You get the stop, you force the punt, and then your offense gives it right back. And it's frustrating, but you've got to be able to handle those ebbs and flows, the roller coaster ride. When your offense puts you in a bad spot like they did here, you have to be able to answer.
Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Enough to move the chains. Could be an alley. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
He is run out of bounds right at the 10-yard line.
And that's a pretty good job by this defense. Man, it's so hard to limit these quarterbacks, and they're spreading you out all over the field when they take off. It's hard to limit the damage. Nice job limiting the damage. And I tell you what, make it physical. Finish those plays and try to tackle that guy and make him think about running the football in the future. Listen, the offensive coordinator's best friend in the red zone is the running game. Make guys commit near the line of scrimmage so I can throw behind. This defense is good but I'm going to challenge them. I'm going to try to be the more physical team. I love the play call. I think you keep running the football and stay physical.
The tackle is made, but he's got it first and goal from the 6. He'll stop the clock momentarily here to check on the injured Wolverine. The freshman running back being attended to. We hope he's able to get back in the game shortly. Holly Rowe will keep us up to date. The Wolverines are threatening on first and goal. Underwood. He wants it all. Touchdown, Wolverines! Quick strike through the air for the score.
That's a nice job by the offense there in their second drive. I know in the opening possession you go 3 and out, you're scratching your head. It didn't obviously go the way you wanted to, but a good job of sort of collecting yourselves, going through the next couple play calls and making sure everybody's back on the same page. We saw this offense, David, on this drive really be in sync and finally find the win.
You got to like the answers, right? Like sometimes you come out, sometimes you're situated and you're ready to rock and roll and it comes out hot. Sometimes it doesn't, but I like the response. Their defense does their job, gets them the football back. They come out, execute. Nice job getting on the scoreboard.
Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he's stopped. Here comes the Washington offense to start this possession. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
The Huskies can really attack on this second and short. Working the ground game. That'll be good enough for a first down. They'll mark it at the 30.
Yeah, and it's so nice. Don't overthink it, right? Just hand it off, get the first down, new set of downs, let's go.
It'll be first and 10 from the 30. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain.
The first thing you have to do to make these plays successful offensively is I have to block the edge. I got to get my speedster in space. They didn't do a good job of getting that guy out there in space where he could really use his jets. Nice job by the defense understanding it, seeing it, rallying to it, and tackling that guy for a miss.
Found a little space, and he's got 4 to the 35.
Sometimes as an offense, you like run plays, and you like running it right into the teeth of the blitz. That's what happened right there. Everybody up front got a hat on a hat, and they were able to crease that defense.
Third down from the gun, Williams. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll be fourth down.
Coaches look at this stat every single football game. How do you execute on third down? And a lot of times, man, it's about being in position and making plays, and that's exactly what he did. The right spot, breaking on the football, being physical, setting the tone in this football game.
And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Hand off to the fullback. Just searching and working for the running room as he gets it out to the 26.
I love when you throw the fullback a bone. The dude is so unselfish, blocks the whole game. Give him a bone every now and again.
Well, of course you like the fullbacks because you wish you had been a fullback. Some wanted to make you a fullback, and you were great. Could have been even greater.
Or I could have been a defensive lineman and a 3-time All-American in a first-round draft pick.
It's an offense that takes pride in being physical. They try to get it going on the ground, but no gain on that one.
Just nowhere to run, not a lot of wiggle room for the ball carrier.
This defense came in knowing that they had to match their physicality. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Now looking for that first down on third and short from the 26. Throwing, Underwood. That third down pass was coming in hot before it fell to the ground.
Well, the defense is waking. All right. Drive, they allowed a touchdown. They were a bit scrambled. They kind of all got together, rallied on the sideline. They've been pretty lights out since. Forced a punt on the last possession. They've now got the offense set up in 4th down again. Great job there. Pass defense, 3rd down. This defense now starting to put it together.
Punt is on its way. Fair catch is signaled and made, and they'll go to work from the 27-yard line. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Keeping it on the ground with the running back. At the 40, there he goes. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43.
Wow, how about the stop-start speed? That reminds you of Napoleon Kaufman or Bishop Sankey, Myles Gaskin, great Washington Husky running backs of years past that just made defenders look silly because of that stop-start ability. This dude has some wheels.
Extending the play. Short gain on the play before he slides.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job, buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there, so instead of throwing it away, getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
Look out! Quickly out to the tight end.
Great job by the defense winning those early downs. Now you get them in a predictable situation. 3rd and long. You bring in more DBs, more speed, more fun blitz packages. You get to have a little fun, go get the quarterback.
Rush right in his face. Perfect timing on the hit to keep him from making the grab, and the defense forces a 4th down. The Huskies will be forced to boot it away. 2nd time today they've been forced to punt. He'll aim it toward the sideline to try to make it tough on the return team. Wanted to make sure not to give them a chance for a return as it goes out of bounds. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. They went 3 and out last time. Now they'll look for some plays that work. First order of business, get out of this hole as the drive starts at their own 7-yard line. Play fake, Underwood. Rush is on. It's dropped after taking the hit.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over it from the moment the ball left his hand.
He's got it. Got 7 yards on the play. It's 3rd and 3.
The quick passing game does several things. One, it doesn't let the pass rush get you. Those great defensive linemen, the ball's coming out so fast they can't get there. And then what else? It gets me ahead of the sticks. I don't have to worry about getting in long yardage and predictable situations.
Plows his way ahead. Breaks into the open. That kind of play will get a drive started or help your field position. They've got it at the 27.
And these 3rd downs obviously are so crucial, and that's why you call them the money down. But just to get the drive started, man, you get the 3rd down, you get a little bit nervous. Nice job executing, running the football, moving the sticks, and now keeping this drive moving.
They opened the lane, and he hit it a gain of 5 out to the 33.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
Here's Underwood to throw. Got a man. It's Johnson. To the 43-yard line and a first down for this offense. We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. First play of the period, first down here. On the move. Continuing to churn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48.
And it's not sexy, and it's not these long plays all the time. But this QB does such a good job of picking up 4 to 5 and making it where you're always ahead of the sticks and just letting you know, we'll run it. We'll take advantage of this guy's speed, and we're going to make you defend him throughout this football game.
Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. And he fires over the middle. It's incomplete.
It seemed like there may have been a miscommunication there between the QB and receiver, just not on the same page.
Third and short now from their own 48. Looking for a man. It's Underwood. Finds his man. They'll move the chains. Good execution on third down. They've got it at the 41. And the Wolverines have it with a 1st and 10. Fresh center down's going to the air. Just goes up and takes it away.
Well, it feels like everybody else on offense has been getting some in the passing game this drive. Finally, they get the tight end going, too. He's like, dude, I'm good, and I'm open. Throw me the ball. And that's exactly where their quarterback goes. He's feeling it right now. He's distributing the football to a bunch of different people. And the defense right now, they have no idea who's getting it next.
Oh, pressure's coming. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And this offensive line's got to do a little better job, man. You've got to give your quarterback time to go through his progressions from go to 1 to 2 and then maybe make a play. And he goes off of his first target, and you could tell he did not have much time getting hit as he's trying to throw the football. You've got to protect your quarterback.
They'll send the back in motion. The run inside. It's Marshall. He'll be brought down inside the 10-yard line at the 9.
Man, this D's going to have to find some answers, guys. I mean, you've seen it. This offense has moved the ball down the field, done what they want. Now 1st and goal situation. Who cares about the yards? Like, step up right here, try to force them into a 4th down, try to make them kick a field goal.
They'll run it on 1st and goal. And they finally ride him down at the 1-yard line.
1st down and goal, I bet you the percentages are really high for run, and this defense was ready for it. They got to match the physicality right here, right now in this situation.
Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. Give to the fullback. Tried to keep those big legs churning, but he'll be stopped for a loss.
Defense becomes even more heightened in this area of the field. You get the short yard situations, the goal-to-go situations. They got to be dialed in. That's 2 big stops in a row by this defense, forcing a 3rd and goal, putting some pressure now on this offense.
3rd down has been right in the wheelhouse for this offense. 2 for 2 on this drive and trying to do it again. Touchdown, Michigan! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They just took the air out of that thing. That might be an understatement. They took the ball away and just wore down, just grinded away at that defense.
Took a lot of time off the clock in the process as well. I'm impressed with the physicality up front of this offense, because that's where it all starts. If you're going to march the ball down the field like they just did, you've got to be dominating in the trenches, and they are doing that in this game right now.
Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Let's check in quickly with Holly Rowe.
Guys, checking in from the Washington sideline. I can tell you this crowd has played a factor early in this game. On the road, in a hostile environment, they have not been able to get going in this game. They have failed to score, not productive on their early drives, and they are talking about how the crowd noise is impacting them. I see them talk to each other, trying to tighten things up at the line of scrimmage. This is a factor. This crowd is making a big difference here so far. Back to you guys.
Holly, thank you. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's 1st down.
Well, this team found themselves in a hole really quickly. Good things need to start happening, and they got to happen now. There's a big play that the offense desperately needed. A big pitch and catch. That's going to give them some confidence. That hopefully shifts the momentum their way a little bit. But they've got to cap this off now with a touchdown cut into their opponent's lead.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
They're all over him. They get to him as he throws. Got him downfield. And the big gain, and they've got it on the 46.
Really nice looking pass there. You think about all the great Washington quarterbacks, right? Warren Moon, the Heward brothers, Mark Brunell, Jake Browning. The greatest quarterback name in college football history, Sonny Sixkiller. That guy was throwing seeds at the University of Washington. This dude right here putting on his best Sonny Sixkiller impersonation.
Every drive is obviously important, but now that you've dug yourself a hole, this offense, they need to score here. Like, before the half, they need to move this ball down the field. Nice job in the passing game. Got to put a few together. Need to get some points to cut into this lead right before the half.
Working that left side now. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15.
Really nice job responding by the offense here. They watched the opponent go down the field and score a touchdown on that last drive, and you could see the quarterback there in the commercial break. He's telling his guys, let's go. We're going to go get this one. Everybody lock in. And that's what you're seeing on this drive. Doing a really, really nice...
Shakes a man, and he might take off. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Huskies. Some much-needed life from this offense as they tried to cut away at this lead.
No doubt. Needed something to go right. You're down. You got to make plays. You got to get your team back in it. Great start. Keep chipping away.
And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. So a drive there of 85 yards, and they finish it up with a 15-yard scoring toss. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Michigan offense heads out to... started. What a good mix of plays, keeping that defense off balance last time, David.
And Reese, they don't know if it's run or if it's pass. They got them right where they want it. This defense doesn't know how to react from getting punched in the mouth on that last drive.
So on this next drive, David, I think you keep running the football because that sets up the play action, it sets up the RPO game, and then you keep this defense guessing.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they'll talk it over to see if they can build on this lead before halftime.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Underwood, under pressure, got the back over the middle. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Nice job by the running back, catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was. I got to go get that first down. He did a nice job of it.
Running inside, it's Johnson. Stopped in his tracks, he got nothing. It'll be 2nd and 10. To the air, it's Underwood. Out wide left, it's Hansen. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size. So an example of a tight end doing a little unheralded work to set up a much better 3rd down situation.
And I like the QB here, Reese. I like the decision where I understand, let's get this football out, let's get some positive yards, and then get to 3rd down, and we can still have a better situation now because we got rid of the football and took the yards over there.
Now the Wolverines call a timeout. It's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. The Wolverines go back to work after moving the chains through the air. Changing the routes with his receivers. upfield. He'll lose 3 on the play.
I like the idea of going toss to the field, but you got to have better blocking by your wide receivers out there on the perimeter. They didn't get it done, and as a result, that's a negative play.
Throwing, Underwood. Fires to the wideout. Nice play to knock that one down.
Yeah, and great job by the linebacker understanding what to do in zone coverage. I drop, I take my steps. When that quarterback's feet get set, my feet get set. I break on the football. Nice break. Way to go break that up and swat it down.
They'll move the wide receiver. Lined up in the gun on 3rd down, Underwood. Left side is Marsh. He'll go out of bounds inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39.
There's a reason 3rd down is called the money down. What a great find by the quarterback. Great job finding his receiver. At the end of the game, you look at 3rd down percentages. It tells a huge story, and it goes a long way in deciding who wins a football game.
Sets his feet. It's Underwood. He's going for it all. Can hold on in the face of the contact. They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. Bryce Underwood to the air again. Looking left. Makes the catch. It's Marsh. Michigan wants to stop the clock. They'll use a timeout. It's their 2nd. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half.
And man, you love to see that from this offense. Coming out and answering, right? Like putting a drive together. Their defense just gave up a touchdown, but you want to snatch the momentum back. Nice job putting a little bit of a drive together. Now let's go cap this thing off with a touchdown.
Nice play by the defense to jar that one loose. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. They go play action. Bryce Underwood takes a shot as he lets it go. Had it in his hands for the score and let it fall to the turf. It'll be 3rd down.
All right, you got to be careful here if you're the quarterback, right? Back-to-back incompletions. You've had a nice drive. You're still in field goal range, though. Think about this. You cannot take a sack. That has got to be what the play caller is reminding his quarterback about in the headsets right now. If it's not there, throw this thing away because we've got a chance to at least get 3 points here.
And now on 4th down, they'll try a field goal. Doesn't have a straight-on shot here. He'll kick it from the left hash and 39 yards out. And this one is perfect. And now the lead's extended a little further.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
On the run from inside his own 5. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. And they head to the locker room. 2 quarters in the books, and time for us now to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football studio with scores from around the country.
Men, week 9, go time. So let's get down to business with a notable update from the world of college football. And leading things off, we take a look at Miami, taking on the number 3 team, the Texas A&M Aggies. And it's the Hurricanes coming away with a blowout victory in what looks like a major upset. Expect major changes in the polls this week.
And he takes this from inside the 5. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. What do they have to say coming out of halftime, Holly?
Catching up with the Wolverines head coach at the half. He is very pleased with his defense right now. As you know, this quarterback that they're facing has got so much hype and so much attention, but they have been able to contain him in the first half. They get the ball here to start the second. We'll see if this defense can keep up that same momentum and shut down that quarterback here in the third. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. That first down was rather unproductive. Let's see what they've got on second down from the 16. Williams. Here comes the heat. And that one's too high, out of bounds, incomplete.
This is a situation here in the third quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen. The incompletion there is not a big surprise. This defense knows what's coming, and it's all because of the points right now on the scoreboard.
A little more space, open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30.
And when you run these drag routes, it's super important that your quarterback can really use his eyes. Don't lock in where everybody's going to start looking at you and seeing what's coming. Does a good job, drops back, sees it.
And here's a fumble way behind the line.
Woo. Deep breath, right? Man, you fumble that thing, you cough it up, you're like, oh, I really appreciate you, brother. I can't tell you how much I thank you because the coaches would have been all over me, but big-time break for the offense.
The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. Here's Williams. Look out. Just gets rid of it to avoid the sack.
And we were talking about it at half, guys. Like, how are they going to crack this puzzle, right? This defense so elite in the first half. Second half, they come out, they're trying to throw the football, man. I just don't know where the weaknesses are. They're going to have to keep working and keep trying to make that big play and stay aggressive. But so far, on every level of this defense, they've been dominant.
Got his man on the right. He'll be stopped short, and they'll force a fourth down. Washington sends out the punt team. Trying to get started. He'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. Wolverines offense heads out, ready to go on the attack. Wide receiver comes in motion. Here's Underwood to throw. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
That's a throw the QB would like to have back. He just has to do a better job giving his receiver a chance to make the catch.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Marshall. Oh, he's got some space. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
You know, as a defense, you can have the right call and the right guy in the right spot, but that guy's just too good. And how about the running back on that play? Just making it happen, breaking off the huge gain. It's tough to get these guys on the ground.
Here's some daylight. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical. They're trying to stay on the field.
Great job to separate the ball from the receiver there.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose, and I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, really, really be physical, because if he bobbles it at all, or as soon as his hand gets to the ball, you can tell the difference when that body jerks forward and that ball starts to come loose and pop.
Just gets rid of that one.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
They need a huge play on third and long. Quarterback signaling to his guys. Underwood from the gun on third down. Makes the grab. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
He works his way down to the 30-yard line before he stopped a gain of 3.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Rush right in his face. Got it. He gets it past the first down marker, and a really nice job to set up that screen and move the sticks.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead. They know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that.
Picked off again. He's now thrown 20 interceptions. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a this defense to get the football.
Offense would love to have that one back. Down here in this area of the field, everything has to happen faster. Decisions need to be made quicker. The ball's got to be out quicker. Routes got to be snapped off faster. They were just way too late. And as a result, the defense gets the INT.
On the move. And they don't pick up anything right there, but at least they avoid getting tackled in their own end zone.
I think one of the keys to this defense's success all season has been how good they've been stopping the run. They are a top 10 unit when it comes to rushing defense, and it's helped them out this year down in the red zone.
Rides to the back. There he goes. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down.
Well, after they struggled running the ball in the first half, you just wonder if this coaching staff made some adjustments at halftime and just said, look, we've got to get more physical and we've got to own the line of scrimmage. After that successful run, they got to keep doing this here in the second half.
Tackle is made at the 22, but a nice 10-yard pickup there.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
To the back. Nowhere to go.
Well, it's a negative play trying to run the football, and I think if you're on offense, you got to be thinking about throwing it now. You're trailing by a lot. You got to get back in this game. You need tempo, and you need explosive plays through the air.
Big noise in the big house for this huge third down play. Williams desperately trying to cut through the noise. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. The Huskies will be forced to boot it away. He's getting a lot of work. Fourth time he's punted tonight. Trying to make one miss. Return's going to get it up around midfield. He'll be down at the 49-yard line. So here comes the Michigan offense. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did on the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
Making the adjustment on the play. Handoff to the single running back. They pull him down, but he's got enough, and it'll be a first down for this offense.
Awesome job. Run the football, right? It's really basic. Go to those plays you know can get you first downs, get you some extra set of downs, then you can go make big plays.
They have a first down at the 41-yard line. This game will officially be in the book shortly. Gives us a minute to check out the Week 9 scoreboard for the top 12 in college football. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. Past the 30. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. And the Wolverines come to the line with a new set of downs.
Splinter landing! Splinter landing!
They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. Long way to go on second down. Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. Out wide left, it's Marshall. Able to haul it in, but right to the ground he goes. Only a pickup of a couple.
And nice job by the defense staying glued to him. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat. I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
3rd and 6 yards to go. Making the adjustment. Dropping back, it's Underwood. And it's knocked away, incomplete on 3rd down.
Man, they just couldn't find a hole. Down in the red zone, the field shrinks. So much harder to complete those passes, but 4th and short. Now, decision time, baby.
Absolutely perfect. And now the lead is even bigger.
I really like the decision by this offense because now they got to score 2 touchdowns. Time is not on their side. I can stay very, very conservative. Use that clock. I like the decision by this offense.
He'll bring it out. It's Washington. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. The Huskies have it back trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Back's got it on the screen. Turning it on!
And these are these moments, man, when you're trailing by a couple possessions, you've got to put it together. Your quarterback has to come through. I mean, it's not a surprise. It's going to be passes. He's got to be smart. He's got to be quick with his decision-making, and they kind of got to be up near the line of scrimmage and be in a little bit of a hurry.
Swamped immediately.
And we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football, making plays. This linebacker really held down this rushing attack that they usually hang their hat on.
Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. Looking for the marker. Dragged to the ground, but not before. He's converted the 4th down to keep the drive going. Washington right back to the line.
Well, that is a gutsy play call on that 4th down. I think everybody here in the stadium, including myself, was expecting them to try to throw the football.
Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return.
It doesn't get any better for your defense. You know exactly the situation in the fourth quarter, everything in your favor. Don't let them make big plays. How about you make a big play? Nice job getting the interception. It's not icing on the cake yet, but it's getting pretty close.
Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down. They're lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. Back has it. They make the stop, but not before the chains move and the Wildcat formation pays off.
Great job by the offense there, getting the first down on the ground, staying in bounds too. So if you're on defense here, you might want to start thinking about using your timeouts. You've got 3 in your back pocket, but trailing, you've got to start using them.
Gain of right at 7 yards, 2nd and 3 coming. Washington stops the clock and uses its first timeout. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. The Wolverines with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Underwood. Out wide right, it's Marshall. Timeout called by the Huskies, that's their second. They've got 1 timeout left now. They'll have to choose wisely as to when to use it.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
Push is ahead. They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21. Now Washington uses. Third timeout, and they can't stop the clock again. And they'll have to navigate the rest of this game without being able to stop the clock. And the Wolverines are flying down the field. Dropping back, it's Underwood. Throws to the wideout. And they took a shot on that one, but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete.
Now, I understand the sense of urgency for the offense now because you're trailing here by a lot in the fourth quarter, and you're just trying to take a shot and see if you can get on the board and get some of this momentum back. But the problem is the defense understands that, so they're playing coverage, and they're doing a good job on the back end. Nice job forcing the incompletion.
Unloads to the wideout. And he will take it in. Touchdown, Michigan. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3.
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
The AT unit on the field. And the extra point right down the boulevard is there now, up 20 in the fourth. So they started that drive barely into opponent's territory and went 48 yards. And they finished things off with a 21-yard touchdown pass. The returner will field it and try to do some business. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. And after that last play, there is a Husky who has yet to get up. The Huskies offense out there and ready to go. That last drive ended with an interception, and this time it's paramount. They take care of the ball. And he runs through 1 tackle and picks up a few. Washington wants to go quickly.
And you're seeing the offense now mix up the tempos. After a successful run, they're now going hurry up.
Bought a little time, lets it go. Finds us back in the middle. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. Throwing, Williams. Rushes on. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Second and long here.
Here we go. Ready. Ready, go.
Williams will pass. He'll get rid of it. Working that left sideline beautifully for the chunk play.
Hey, you know, the defense here in this situation with a huge lead, they've got to anticipate that this offense is going to be trying to throw the ball to the sideline, so they've got to work different coverages to try to force the quarterback to go over the middle of the field with the football.
Complete. Across the 35. He'll go out of bounds right at the 30-yard line. A big play as this offense in business.
Well, this offense has a ton of work left ahead of them here in this 2-minute situation late in the game, but the drive off to a good start. You get the first down, you get out of bounds, you work in the perimeter of the field. That is exactly what you want to do.
It's Williams again. It's dropped after taking the hit.
The offense came into this game knowing that for them to win, they were going to have to make some big plays throwing the football. That just has not been the case. Here in the fourth quarter, they've been held to less than 200 passing yards, and that's really the story of the game, guys.
On the run, fires downfield. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. He'll be brought down at the 3-yard line. An explosive play in the passing game has him on the doorstep. Here's Williams to throw. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. Second down to the air. Into the end zone. And he throws another interception. His third one of the night. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And that's kind of what this offense has done all day. They have struggled. They haven't gotten a rhythm. They haven't found a way to get points on the scoreboard. And late in this game, when your defense and your team really needed it the most, Palmer, they throw the INT.
And it's a microcosm, too, of just how dominant the defense has been. They've always been a step ahead. They've been the more physical side, and they've been making plays on the back end. That interception should seal this thing.
Guys, this is a really good win for this ball club as they